What the hell do you think those are, if you had to guess?
Stay off the cuff, that's OFF. Show them bars to the worldwide net. All the drinks made yet, pass one to me. Blessed he, the old-fashioned king, the old-fashioned king.
Virginia is for Grubbers. We are back again with another old-fashioned Friday, and this week we are back in the nation's capital. This time we're in the Georgetown location, and today we're at Bourbon Steak. Bourbon Steak, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. If you have the name bourbon, whiskey, or rye in the name of your restaurant, your old-fashioned should be fire. You can't put the name bourbon in your restaurant name or whiskey in your restaurant name and not have a good bourbon and whiskey selection or have a dope old-fashioned. If you just tuned into our channel, we are Virginia is for Grubbers, where we do a series every single Friday called Old Fashioned Friday, where we review old fashions off of 4 things: 0 to 3 on appearance, first sip, overall taste, 0 through 1 on overall ambiance of the establishment. We'll jump into this appearance first. Again, Bourbon Steak, Washington, D.C. There's a lot going on here today. We found a little kind of like a cozy spot next to a window. I'm very underdressed for this establishment. Let me just put that out there before we say anything else. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot of like people with tuxes and it's a whole thing. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Appearance, 0 to 3. Max score you can get is 3 on appearance. Max score you can get for the whole old fashioned is 10. Nice size glass, not huge, but you know, it's not small. Giant piece of clarified ice. We always stress you gotta have your clarified ice, and if you don't have clarified ice, you can get the best clarified ice at stillice.com, but they have the clarified ice, a very unique recipe on this old fashioned. They're doing a High West Rendezvous Rye, and they're using a Hennessy VSOP, vanilla, and cinnamon. This is their vanilla old fashioned. I don't think to date I've ever done an old fashioned that incorporated Hennessy in their old fashioned. Obviously, typically it's just bourbon, bitters, sugar, little water, stir it up, throw it in, have a day. Not only are they using a rye, but they're also using Hennessy. So I feel like as soon as we leave here, I'm gonna have to fist fight somebody in the street just to be like on brand for Hennessy. All right, appearance, again, nice size glass, giant piece of clarified ice. They got some like nice orange peel. There's also some like floating, I don't know if it's like cinnamon sticks that they cut up, but it said there's cinnamon in it, and there's got some like floating little floaty things here. As far as appearance is concerned, very, very solid. I would prefer a little bit bigger of a glass. No stamp, nothing super extra. I'm gonna go 2.7. We're gonna jump into this first sip. Here we go. Vanilla Hennessy Old Fashioned, here we go. Before we even jump into the score, I want to say I'm not a fan of Hennessy. Like if somebody offered me free Hennessy every time I went out to drink, I would just not drink. You can taste a small pinch of the Hennessy, but it blends extremely well with everything else that they got going on in here. I never thought I would say that I enjoyed a cocktail or a beverage that incorporated Henny into the cocktail, but it's very, very good, very smooth. Small bite to it, but I think that comes because there's complements of rye and Hennessy mixed combined. I think you're gonna get a little bit of a punch with that. As far as first sip goes, I'm gonna go 2.5. We're talking about the ambiance of Bourbon Steak. Again, it's located in the Four Seasons, so actually I'm not even gonna go too in depth. It's in the Four Seasons, so they get a full 1 just because they're part of the Four Seasons brand. Everything the Four Seasons does is beautiful. Beautiful restaurant, beautiful bar, nice little booth section that we're sitting in right here. It's a lot of very interesting people that come through and dine here as well, so that's dope. All right, full 1, we're gonna jump into this overall real quick. Vanilla Hennessy Old Fashioned, here we go. When you take that first sip, you feel like it's gonna give you a strong punch when it's going down. However, it's still very smooth. It's nice. Compliments to this right here, baby. Gotta get that still ice clarified ice. Here we go, last sip. It's clean. Again, they're using vanilla and cinnamon, so you might think this is gonna be a little bit on the sweeter side. It's not too sweet. It's actually a little bit stronger than I anticipated it being. As far as overall is concerned, I'm gonna stick to the same 2.5. 2.5, there we have it. Bourbon Steak inside the Four Seasons, Washington, D.C. Virginia is for Grubbers, 8.7. Cheers.